can't let it affect me like that no more, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. It's really have to have that faith and understand that, man. It's gonna work out. You gotta step out. You want to do.
Straight up, and that's how we're gonna start this mode.
Right on.
So here's the thing, man. First of all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is on the Cusp podcast, where it's just really just real conversations with real people. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here with my homie D Money, aka Lenny. You know what I'm talking about? They don't know nothing about me.
I got plenty.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy. You know what I mean? So
still me too.
Yeah.
Still
I know it. And that's the thing. I think that's what kind of connected us is because we both had that kind of that hustler spirit.
Yeah.
You know, even though it started out as B of A. Clowning every day, like I really enjoy going to work because
right, for real.
We was like literally the clowns,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like class clown. We come in there, man. We have a good time and shit. We go home.
It was live.
Yeah, man. So, man, fast forward what? Almost 9 years. 9 years, man.
At least
9 years, bro.
At least.
Fast forward 9 years, life has changed. You know, now we here. You know, I was in a relationship, not in a relationship anymore. Right. You know what I'm saying? Same. I've matured a lot, I'm sure, and I'm sure you have as well. You're a married man now. Ain't got a daughter? Yeah. Poppy.
Yeah. Well, right now, I'm separated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I still got my baby. My baby is still my baby. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, but life is good, man. You know, given all the struggles and heartache and pain and struggle that I've been going through, life is good.
Yeah, man.
Life is good. I can't complain about a thing. You know, I wish it could be better, but at the same time, it can always be better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how good it is, it can always be better. So,
exactly.
Man, life is good, man. I take it, day by day, and just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
So I got a question. So we were just talking just a minute ago, and you was talking about, the food truck venture.
Right.
And one of the things that I've always kind of wanted to talk about was the behind the scenes of entrepreneurship.
Right.
Say that 3 times.
Right.
But a lot of people don't want to talk about the struggles of becoming independent to where, you know what I'm saying, like you're a real boss.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about that. I always want to talk about,
the end product.
Yeah, the end product.
Yeah.
But for me, the most important part is the journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is the most important.
Because you learn so much about yourself, you learn so much about the business and what it takes.
Yep.
So if it all falls or goes away tomorrow, you can do it again because you were there for the process.
Right.
So I'm still in a position where I still, I'm still, pushing my business or whatever, but I still work a 9 to 5.
Right. You have to.
You have to until you get there.
Yeah.
And that's my question for you is, a lot of people don't talk about that transition from like leaving that 9 to 5 and going full out on your business.
Right.
Like, what are some of the struggles that you face with doing that? Like actually firing your boss?
Man, for one, it puts a strain on everything. You got to really know how to really cut back on. I mean, you really got to cut a little bit of everything out to make sure that you have what you need to move forward productively.
Mm-hmm.
Because for one, you don't want to just step out. I mean, it's good to be able to just step out on faith, but you got to put yourself in a position to step out on faith.
Right on.
You start trying to do too much too fast, and it falls down just as fast.
Yeah.
So, knowing how to, set enough money aside to still be able to cover your bills and still be able to live life and take care of your business at the same time. I mean, it's a lot of struggles. I mean, it puts a strain, especially if you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, it's gonna put a world of hurt on your relationship.
I agree.
So, especially if that other person is, anytime you're in a relationship and you've been living a certain lifestyle, it's easy to get comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're comfortable with where you are. You live in a certain kind lifestyle. You're comfortable with what you have, and then when that changes and things start having to cut back, it's like.
Right,
we can't do
I ain't signed up for that.
Yeah, like I ain't started. Like, come on, how long we gotta go through? Because it's not an overnight process. It ain't. It might be a month or two. It might be 6 months. It might be a year or two.
Yeah.
But I mean, shoot, when you cut back like that, you just gotta be ready for it. Everybody gotta be ready.
Especially if they're not an entrepreneur like you,
right.
and they didn't really sign up for it, and you don't want your dreams and your aspirations to take away from the overall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Exactly. But everybody got to be on that same page, understanding. Okay, well, we're working for a greater good. This is for us as well as me, as well as, you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like it's working for a purpose. So
I think it's important. Well, one thing I wanted to touch on is when you said that you have to be able to put yourself in a position to step out there on faith. We're not saying, you know what I'm saying, don't step out on faith. We're saying put yourself in a position. Yeah. You know, but it's crazy because I followed this guy named Jay Academy out of Atlanta. He's doing the Tulsa real estate thing for what was it down there in Oklahoma?
I think I know what you're talking about. I've heard of it.
Dang, it's like right there, and it's Black Wall Street. Is that what? Not Black Wall Street.
It's similar to it though.
Yeah,
it's along those lines.
It'll come to me in a second. But anyway, he always posts these videos, and one of the videos that he posted, he was talking about that. And he was talking to one of the young guys, and he said that you got to be able to fund your dreams. He was like, what you need to do is you sit down and you write out all of your expenses. If all of your expenses total up to $6,000, then you need to make. And say you want to be able to save up for about 6 months. Right. So that's $36,000, right? So what you do is for the next 6 months or whatever, however long it takes, you get to that number of 36, right? Because you know that that's gonna cover all your expenses, all your bills, and everything else. And then once you get that, then you fire your boss. And now you got 6 months straight up. I like that. Now you got 6 months to go full force at your dreams and your aspirations. Right. And all of your basic necessities and expenses and all of that are covered. And I thought that's good info. Right. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about that.
Because I just remember when I first started in the game of wanting to be, you know, an entrepreneur, even in the music business when I first started, I was just like, man, I'm just finna quit.
Yeah, like for real, you want to.
I was like, I'm finna quit, and we finna go on the road, because I was like, man, this is a good idea. Yeah, like, we finna make some money. Yeah. So I ain't worried about that. Yeah. So I just took off, you know what I'm saying, and it was a struggle.
Yeah, put you in a situation.
Man, I was like,
put you in a situation.
Bills, dude. You know what I mean? But if somebody had told me that, you know what I'm saying, I would have, you know what I'm saying, I would have fell back and kept that 9 to 5 until I was able to actually effectively fire my boss. But I just fired my boss and was like, fuck you, I'm out.
It's so easy to do that, because once you get that idea in your head, I mean, shit, it ain't no stopping you. Like, you know, but you got to keep that same motivation, because them struggles going to hit you real quick, and they going to slap you across your face hard. So, you know what I'm saying? So, they going to slap you across your face real hard. So, you got to keep that motivation and be like, okay, yeah, it's tough right now, but I got to keep pushing. But, you know, at the same time, like I said, once you get that idea in your head the first time, you ready to say, man, fuck everything, let's go on and go. Let's 100%, let's get it.
Yeah.
Did you put anything in position?
You
ain't put nothing aside.
What about this life here that do?
It's like there is no plan. There is no plan in it. Like, once you get that idea, the best thing to do is immediately when you get that idea, plan it out.
Yeah.
Plan it out. Don't do too much planning, because once you start doing too much planning, you ain't gonna never do nothing.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna never do nothing. But put you some short-term goals together. Put you some long-term goals together. And just kind of knock those short-term goals off one at a time. Knock them off one at a time. Prioritize them, put them in order, you know, and knock them off one at a time. Once you get one thing knocked out, then it's going to make you feel good. It's going to fire you up a little bit more. Now you can knock the next thing out. It's going to fire you up some more. So it's just going to build, and you get that momentum going, and it's off to the races.
Man.
So,
man, that's good. That's good combo. I mean, like, for real, like, these are the conversations that I think that that people need to be, you know, privy to. just for the simple fact that I didn't know that shit, and I know I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, you know, in my later years, I'm just now really getting that shit.
Right.
And the crazy thing is that I've always been somebody who I'm a student.
Right.
So I'm always constantly searching for,
right.
okay, well, I want to do this. Okay, well, let me jump on here and figure out how to get it done.
Right.
Right? And then there's always that one person that comes on and you're like, I got you. I'm
Let's
going to tell you exactly how to do it.
Yep.
You know, you want to jump into the real estate business. I'm going to show you how to jump in here and not use your own credit and make money in this and that. Whoop. For $9,000. No, you don't
like,
you know what I'm saying? It's always a fee behind it.
It is. Everything.
And then you jump on there and you was like, all right, and you expecting them to give you step-by-step instructions on how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's a whole lot of fluff.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of fluff of, oh man, just stay focused and do this, and you ain't got to use your credit, and you ain't got to do that. And they may throw a tip in here just to keep you going. Yeah. But for the most part, it's like really a lot of fluff and bullshit.
Now, I'm going to tell you one thing, too. You know, a lot of people go and spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on college. And you have all these student loans and all this stuff on business. And it's not necessary.
Man.
It's not. I'm going to tell you, a lot of the motivation that I got. My mom was an entrepreneur. Right. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she's been a hustler and a grinder. Like,
right.
I got all of that from her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of it from her. So like back in, I'm talking about, it started when I was in like 3rd grade, where I was going to the dollar store like off my little allowance and buying value packs of candy and filling my backpack up. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling candy at school. I come home, I'm like, man, where you get this money from? I'm like, yeah, can you take me to the dollar store again today? Can we go? Man, I re-up again. I'm buying little Debbie's and everything, little juice. And I'm talking about, and I was selling out every day. And my mom was like, well, where are you getting this money? I'm like, shoot, this is why I'm going to the dollar store every day. Exactly. And she was like, oh, you gonna be a little businessman. And it started. I'm talking about, it started young. That's true. That's true. But at the same time, I was always trying to do it myself. I never really took no advice from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So coming up, I'm thinking, okay, I got it. I know what I'm doing.
Hustle, I got
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it don't work out like that, because you know you try and put some things, like I said, you're doing it yourself and not taking no advice from people who's been there. And then all of a sudden you hit a snag and everything just drops to the ground.
Yeah.
So you fall off a few times, and it happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. But you gotta know how to rebuild and come back to it. You know what I'm saying? Come back from it. So
yeah.
But like I said, I've been doing this forever. I've been hustling forever.
You know, and you know the crazy thing is I think it does kind of start young. Yeah. Because I remember, you know what I'm saying, like my mom's back in the day when I was a kid used to work for Quaker Oats. Mm-hmm. And crazy shit, like we used to have like bags and bags of like chips that they would be able to get. The little Quaker Oats like granola bars and they made Gatorade. And they made Gatorade. Really? So my parents, like my mom and them, would be able to get the shit for like cheap. Like pennies on $1. Yeah. So we would have like boxes and boxes of Captain Crunch cereal, like Quaker Oats granola bars, and so I would just fill my backpack up. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like,
let's do
it. You want some chips? 50 cents.
Man, and that's the best way
to do it. It's a quarter
at
the store.
Yeah.
At the store.
Exactly.
What you want? You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
So,
man, that's all. I think that's how it starts, man. When you get that little taste, like I said, man, my mom, she was she did real estate for a while, and when she stopped working for anybody else and was doing her own thing, she was a hypnotist. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she got it. I can't remember how she got into hypnosis, but she got into it and she went and got certified. She started doing seminars. She started doing like stop smoking programs. So she hypnotized people to stop smoking, better study habits. Like she was doing all kind of weight loss. She was doing everything. Yeah. And she opened her up office and she was doing that for a while. And man, that was her lick. Like that was her niche.
Wow.
Like it was on and popping. And I'm just like, man, I'm seeing my mom doing for herself and doing better for herself than she was doing at these jobs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, fuck these jobs. So when I started working, my goal was never to
Yeah, to
You know what I'm
stay
saying?
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't really, man,
Yeah.
fuck this job. Y'all lucky I'm here today. Like, y'all lucky I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all lucky I'm here
What?
today.
You want me to do what?
Yeah, man, so.
Man, that is so important. And the thing is, man, I didn't come from that background.
Yes.
And it's just crazy how that was still, that entrepreneur spirit was still in me.
Yeah.
My parents was totally the opposite.
Really?
Very old school, very, didn't even, like, the day that I told my parents that I was going to leave and go to college, like me and my pops had like a knockdown, drag out fight.
Right on.
And the reason being is because he felt that I had a good job. I was working for Southwestern Bell at the time. He was like, nah, you just need to stay there. You got you a good job.
Yeah.
You're going to work yourself up the ranks. You know what I'm saying? They got good pension and this and that. And you stay there. But I always knew as a kid that that's not what I wanted. I always wanted more. Yeah. And, you know, as a kid, you always say you want to be rich. And I was just one of the things. I knew that.
But what am I? How am I get there?
How am I get there?
Yeah.
So,
because working for a job, you will never get there.
Man, never. You making somebody else rich.
Every day.
So here's my question. Right. So I think that there's a difference between hustling and being an entrepreneur.
Right. Yeah.
And I didn't think about this question until probably last week when I went to church and they had this women's seminar and they were talking about entrepreneurship, women entrepreneurship, and that was like not hustling is a difference. Yeah. And I was like, I guess it is a difference. So, for you, what do you think the difference between being a hustler and being an entrepreneur is?
That's really hard. Because to be an entrepreneur, you have to be a hustler. Like, you have to hustle for your money. Like,
straight up.
It's no matter what you're doing, you have to hustle for your money. Cause it's not gonna come easy. When I was selling cars. When I was at the dealership selling cars, I still sell cars. But plug. Right? Man, but like when I was at the dealership selling cars, you know, it was a hustle. Yeah. Everybody is standing out front of the dealership. So as soon as the car pull up, everybody is standing, you know, they hustling and they standing around the car trying to get to that person. That ain't it's you can get people like that, but you really have to know how to get to the people. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, where everybody is, you don't want to be where everybody is. Because I mean,
you want to separate yourself.
You want to separate yourself from the pack. So what I would start doing, I leave from the front and I go to the service department. You know, all these people over here getting their cars worked on and all this work going. So, man, I make friends in the service department and I talk to them. Like, hey, man, what's going on with this car? What's going on with that car? You know what I'm saying? So, whenever a car come in, how much work it need done? Oh, man. Okay, what year is it? So, I'm getting information on the car. And I go out and talk to the person who called it is. Hey, so if I could give you, I mean, you still paying a note on this car? I do my whole little spiel. I mean, if I can get you in a better car, a brand new car for a little less or about the same as what you paying on that one, would that be a good deal?
Yeah.
I'm almost about to be paying it off, but look, you still got all this work you're doing.
Yeah. So you know
what I'm saying? By the time you pay it off, you might as well be paying a note because you're going to still be doing work on it.
Right on.
Well, let's see what we can do. I did like this out here. So, man, I take them to the lot, get a test drive, and I put them in a new car before they leave. You know what I'm saying? And the other car, by the time they won't even get the work done on it because now we using it for a trade. Yeah. So everybody wins. So it's like you have to hustle. You have to know how to. You have to know how you know your grind. Know what you're doing, and just find different ways around it, man. Because a hustler is not just one avenue. A hustler is gonna find every avenue and every way to get that money and make that money come to him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I like that because I totally agree with that. Yeah. Like you can be an entrepreneur, but you also have to have the right amount of hustle.
You gotta have hustle.
You gotta have the right amount of hustle. And I think the entrepreneurship part of it is more so, for lack of better words, that front office. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That person that can appeal to that corporate side of it. You know what I'm saying? That has all their ducks in a row when it comes to taxes and sales and use tax and
entrepreneurship is knowing your business.
Exactly.
It's overstanding and not understanding.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to know the ins and outs, the tops and bottoms, the front and back. You gotta know every aspect of what your business is.
Right on.
The hustle is getting out there and getting it, making it work for you.
Because you can know it all day long. Yeah. But if you ain't putting no work behind it, man, it ain't nothing. Exactly.
What good?
Exactly. Man, that's awesome. I love that because again, I feel like that's something that people don't think about because I didn't think about that there's a difference between being an entrepreneur and a hustler. I always saw myself as a hustler.
Yeah.
But I also would say, I'm an entrepreneur. But like for the most part, that's all I knew was how to get out there and get it.
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying? So, even for my
that's the main part of it though. That's the main
part. To me, that's the fun part.
It is the fun part.
That's the fun part. I hate it, and the thing is I think you have to really kind of understand who you are as a person, and what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. Right. I knew that my weakness was, I like the entrepreneur part of it. I hated doing tax. Doing taxes for my business because it was quarterly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like doing my own personal taxes every year. So doing it 4 times a year for my business was like
tedious.
Tedious. I was like, man, I don't even want to do this. You know, like even getting a Dun and Bradstreet's account, like doing stuff like that. I hated that part of it. But what I loved was the grind. Yeah. Like getting out there, like with my clothing line and doing different events as a vendor. Right. And like shaking hands with the people. Yeah. Because if I can.
When you get in front of somebody, man,
that's when it turns on, right? Like and I saw that was the part that I loved. Yeah. So my struggle was trying to find a team. Yes. And I think that's what it was for me is that, man, I was like, because if you sit there and think that you can actually do it all by yourself.
It's gonna fail.
You're lying to yourself. Like you straight up lying to yourself. Nobody does it by themselves. You're gonna need a team. So I knew that early on. So I would go out and I was like, you know what? You like fashion. You like glasses. Yeah. Let me see if I can put something together with you. And it will always not work. Right.
Because it wasn't they're never gonna be on the same page for your dream.
And the reason I bring that up to my next question is that T.D. Jakes was talking about the same hustle pattern, the same rhythm. And he was like, a lot of the people on my team are younger than me. Right. But they know that I will work them under a table. Like it's unmatched. It's unmatched. Yeah. And so he was like, in order for you to have people around you on your team, they have to have the same hustle pattern. I don't really sleep. Yeah. I don't really sleep. Like I said, I might jump up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom, and jump on the laptop, and I'm working. Yeah. You have to have somebody who has that same hustle pattern and the same drive as you, because if you don't, it's not going to work. Yeah. Because you can't be that type of person that's just going to be like, I'm going to get up at 9 o'clock, and then I'm done at 5. Yeah. It don't work like that, So let me...
I ain't never been that person, though. I ain't never been that.
I ain't exactly like my sleep patterns is crazy, and I probably don't get enough of it. But
I know I don't. You can probably see the bags on my eyes.
Exactly. My philosophy is I sleep when I'm dead. Right. So my question for you is, when it comes to your team, how do you figure out that me and you, we might be able to do something. We might be able to work.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. I just give people opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I just give people opportunities because, and I tell them straight up. You can work. We can work together all day. That's fine. But as soon as you show me you ain't really trying to do nothing, I don't. I need you, but I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Right, like I would like you to be a part of it. Right. But I don't really need you. So if you want to be a part of it, you got to show me that you want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people that I like, the guys that I sell cars with, most of them approach me about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they'll see me out there doing what I'm doing, or I might bring a few people to them, and I'm like, dang, bro, like you know what I'm saying? Like you do everything, dog. I'm like, yeah, man, I do, I do everything. But my thing is too, like I like my hands in everything. I like my hands in everything because, for one, I'm building knowledge for myself, right. You know what I'm saying, that I can help somebody else with. I can put somebody else in a position to build that knowledge and build for themselves too. Mm-hmm. So if I can help you, then I'm helping me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to help somebody else. So if I can show them that, and they're like, okay, well, hey, I want to be a part of what he's doing. Yeah. So that's how I build my team. Once they see that I really am trying to help them out, and that's all I really want to do is help somebody,
Yeah.
then I mean the team just kind of fall into place, and they want to be a part of it, especially if they have that same mindset. They want to help somebody too. They want to do something.
Yeah.
If they want to do something, then hey, I'll help you do whatever you want to do. I'll help you do whatever you want to do, and people see that, and they just kind of gravitate to you.
So what I hear you saying is it kind of happens organically.
It happens, or it has to.
And then the other part of that is you're doing the work.
Right.
So you can't be somebody who sits back on their ass and just like dictating and delegating responsibility. You got to be out there and grinding too.
If you're not out there grinding too, man, then they gonna be like, man, this nigga, he ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? He just want to be. Nah, you got to get out there and get with it. If you want somebody to really do something for you, you got to really get out there and do something.
You can't ask somebody to do something that you're not willing to get out there and do.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Man. Exactly. So here's the thing. I absolutely love this conversation because, man, it's dope. And I think that a lot of people can benefit from it, especially those that are, in the same game that we are.
Right.
And there's there's no hustler handbook.
Nah.
There's no hustler handbook. And the thing is, it's either in you or it's on you.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I posted that one time too, man. Like, it's like, it's in my heart, not on my head. You know what I'm saying? It's not in my mind to do this for you. It's in my heart to do it for you. So it's like, it's in me. It's not on me. That was my whole point. Cause it's like I do stuff to help people out, man, and people are. It's just a trip how it will kind of turn you off doing stuff for people. Sometimes because people are ungrateful, or people are. I really don't even know. Ungrateful was a word I used just because people are asking you to do something for them, and you're like, yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind helping. I don't mind doing for you. But then they ask you all these steps do, and then they just turn around and dip and go the complete opposite way. So what was the point of putting me to work if you wasn't even gonna take my advice, or you wasn't gonna go the route that I told you? And then when they go the other way, they figure, oh man, this was a bad idea. I should have did what he told me to do. Well, I mean, why did you ask me in the first place? Didn't you think I knew what I was talking about when you came to ask me?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of times I think people be trying to be in your business, man.
And I think that's
because I think they already have it in that. Because I've experienced that myself. A lot of people they hang around not because they want to see you succeed. They want to see if you succeed.
Right.
They like trying to really see like. You say you gonna do this here, but let me check back every now and then and see if you really do. Oh, you ain't made it yet? Okay, then that's good. That's good.
Because people expect when you doing for yourself that it's gonna be overnight and you just gonna be. Everybody expects that microwave effect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That it's gonna you can put it in there in 2 minutes, like ding.
It's ready.
It's there.
Yeah.
Now them 2 minutes is that 2 minutes can be 2 years. That 2 minutes can be 5-10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing is overnight, man. Success is not overnight. Yeah, I know. It may look like it because of social media and these everybody posts what they want you to see. So it may look like it popped off and he already out. No, man.
Well, see, you know what? I think society and social media has a way of blowing that up. Like you see all these stories about people who like. Oh man, I just started rapping 6 months ago. Yeah. They're like, what? You just started rapping 6 months ago? Yeah. And now you got this hit that's like double diamond platinum. And so everybody's like, I can do this. I can do it too. Yeah. Like he did it, I can do it. But those situations are few and far in between, and what people don't know is the after story.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I hate to throw him out there like that, but Trinidad James. Dude started rapping like 6 to 9 months. Yeah, and then all of a sudden he came out with, All Go Everything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was an overnight success, right? But have you heard anything? Nah, yeah. And he might still be working. That's not to say that he's not, but he's not where he was when he first came in the game. And what you have to think about with that microwave mentality, think about you taking a piece of meat and putting it in the microwave. You heat it up, right? It's hot for a second. If you heat it right then, it's good.
Yeah.
But if you let that shit sit there for a second, what happened? That shit toughen them up, okay? Man, that shit shrivel up, man. Yeah, it's tough because it was exposed to that heat too fast.
Way too fast.
And that's what happens for people who jump in the game and feel like, oh, it's gonna happen right away. And you get this first blast of success, and then all of a sudden you like, oh yeah, I'm off now. And then you was exposed to it all too fast, and then like now you don't know how to keep that going. You don't know what it takes to sustain it because you didn't have the process.
You didn't have the process, man.
You didn't have the process.
That's it. That's just like that's anything in life. Like Jordan or Bron or any of these basketball players, football players, man, they ain't just. I mean, they were born with a natural talent.
Yes.
And everybody is born with a natural talent. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to work at building on that talent and making that talent go somewhere for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just like, okay, now, if say Bron played basketball, you know, all his life, then, you know, through high school but you know, I know he went straight to the NBA, but say he just stopped playing for a few years, you know, and didn't play nothing at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now he done lost a little bit. Yeah. You think it would have been that easy for him to go jump right onto somebody's team?
And stay in the gym.
Yeah, he stayed in the gym. He worked on his talent. He worked on his craft, and he perfected it. So it's a process. He built up to where he is right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not working on your craft, then you losing it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't use it, you lose it.
Straight up, and it's gonna eventually fall away. Because what I like about LeBron, even though he's not one of my favorite players,
no, right.
But what I like about LeBron is that just because he came out of high school and it was like King LeBron, like best in the league. You know what I'm saying? Immediately got that, but he didn't allow that success to go to his head and feel like, oh, well, I'm already on top. Yeah. Let me just chill. Yeah. He started to develop other parts of his game.
Exactly.
Like when LeBron came in, LeBron had, like no jump shot.
You're right. For real.
Absolutely none.
He was a dunker. He was a drive through the hole.
He was just, bam, get out the way and I'm smashing. Yeah. Right, but he started to develop other parts of his game where now he has a 3-point out of this world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to guard it now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not even that, like, now he's learning how to distribute the ball and be a team player, where it's not like it's all on LeBron's shoulders. Yeah. I'm going to put y'all on my back and we're going to go to the championship. Yeah. Now
he can still take it. He can
still do that. But he realized now I only have to do that in certain situations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Exactly.
Now, you know what I'm saying, he's able to, pass the ball here, get everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? And I like that about him.
Because when you can heat everybody up around you,
you're supposed to make everybody around you better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what he learned how to do.
And everybody has to have that mentality. That's what, and I'm just going to say that this about black folks.
Come on now.
Like, about black folks, if we could really come together and have that community that everybody's talking about. Hey man, we black folks gotta stick together. We gotta support black businesses, but man, we actually have to really support black businesses. Black businesses really have to start supporting the community. Like we have to really come together as a community and help each other out. Each one teach one, and I mean that's gonna reach one. So if you can reach one person, then that one person is gonna reach one person. If you know what I'm saying, so everybody has to be reaching out to help everybody, man. And this we so much in trying to be in competition with each other and fighting against each other and hating on each other when something you see somebody else doing. It's sad because we the only community that I see. We the only culture that I see doing that to each other.
Well, you know what? To our defense, and I'm not taking up for us because I totally believe that. Right. I totally believe that we do have to get that sense of community because we don't have that.
We don't have it.
But you have to realize that was bred in us.
Yeah, it's bred. Yeah, it most
that was like
it's a mindset.
It was branded in us
it was.
to where we were to compete with each other, right?
Yeah.
Like I know this sounds crazy, and you could probably not. No, a lot of people are not gonna agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
But that I can pick the cotton fast for you. Master gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That kind of mentality,
right?
Like is deeply rooted in us. I see it changing slowly.
It's slowly changing. It's really just and it's really different communities. Like you can go to one area of the city and see it a little bit more than you'll see it in another area of the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what we have to do is just kind of really reach out to these other cities and these other communities and really just kind of show that, man, we're not all against each other, man. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be like, it's us against y'all and y'all against, you know what I'm saying? It's not a competition.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to reach that same goal.
Yeah.
But we have to really put it in our mind that, and really, I mean, because it's a lot of snakes in the grass too, man. So it's like you can be trying to work with somebody and
making it seem like they with you.
Yeah, like people are, like, man, this is another example. There's a picture I've seen to where, there's somebody that's down off in a hole, and then somebody at the top of that hole reaching down, but it's a whole ladder back here behind them. So people only acting like they trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you see that so much.
Man.
You see it so much. People are so sought out after their own agenda that they're not trying to help you with yours. They're not trying to do anything for you and yours. And I think that's why we have that mentality, because we see it so much with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, hey, you gonna help me out do this? You gonna help me out do this? But as soon as they get where they trying to go, they done forgot about you. You know what I'm saying? And you like, man, but I just helped you do all this.
I'm a strong believer in, I hate to use the word karma, but I'm a strong believer in whatever you plant, you shall reap.
Yeah.
You're going to reap what you sow.
Yeah.
So, and I think it has to come to a point where, because I used to be that way,
right,
where I pushed a lot of people off, where,
right,
you know what I'm saying, I stopped messing with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what, for now, I'm just going, it's all me, team of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to ride by myself.
Right.
But I think God started to slowly like open up my heart and show me like you can't be that way.
Right.
So let me help you out. Let me give you the spirit of discernment.
Right.
And I think a lot of times what happens is we see that, but we neglect it. We was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I know this nigga ain't buying shit. Like for real. Like the shit in the back of your mind. Like you be thinking like, I know this nigga ain't buying shit.
Yeah.
But you still rock with him anyway because they're selling it to you, right?
Right.
And you take the bait.
Right.
And I think what happens is we really do have to really stay in tune with, you know what I'm saying, with the Father and allow Him to show us.
Yes.
And that's the thing. That's the connection. That's the connection, is that we don't take the time to actually seek out, that discernment from the Father. And we jump into situations and then we get mad at Him like, why you let that happen to me?
Yeah.
But He's like, I showed you how.
Because we hop into something with our emotions. You know what I'm saying? We hop into something so quick with our emotions and not actually think about it, or pray on it. And you make that rash decision and be like, okay, well, let's go. But when He's telling you in the back of your head, nah, that ain't
don't
what
do
you
that.
do.
Don't do that, Chris.
That ain't what
don't
you
do
want
that.
to do. And hell, I'm a victim of that. Like
we all are.
We all are.
We all are. We're human.
All are.
You know what I'm saying? We jump into situations and because, like you said before, when you get that idea in your mind and you ready to just take off, He's like, and instead of you coming to God, it's like, okay, God, let me talk to you about this here. You come to Him like, I'm ready. Let's do it. Like I'm gone. Like bless it. Can you just? I'm already gone, but can you just like bless it for me? Like while I'm already.
So I'm already in it.
I'm already in it. I'm in it. I'm gonna put down the down payment and all that. But can you bless it for me? You're like after the fact.
That's real talk.
And that's the thing is that you're supposed to talk to Him before you make that move.
Yeah.
And people think you gotta have this long drawn out conversation with Him. It's just like
it don't have to be.
Man, I'm talking about I talk to Him all throughout the day. Like, okay, God, I'm finna go do this here. I don't know if I should. Let me know. Send me a sign. Talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what I've started to realize is that He do.
Yeah.
But it's never people looking for like the thunder rolling and then the lightning catch. Don't do that, Crystal. Like you hear the voice of God, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's just a subtle thing that happens, and you like, okay, I hear you.
Yep.
I hear you.
And that's happened, man. That's happened to me. So it happens to everybody, like you said. But it once you know how to really see what he's showing you, you know what I'm saying? It's like it changes. It'll change your life. It really will change your life. It'll change your life. Because man, I've been in so many situations that even with different businesses and different just stuff that I was trying to hop into, and I might do it a little bit, but I shouldn't do this. I don't think. Nah, this ain't working towards my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to really think about it. If this is, if it's something that you really trying to build on, then he'll show you if it's for you or not. Man. But
that's real.
If it ain't for you, he'll show you that it ain't for you.
That's real.
And you just gotta be real. You gotta be knowledgeable enough to, man, okay, he already told me it ain't for me, so I need to leave it alone. Because some people hop right back. You have to be obedient because sometimes you can really want something so bad. Yes. And he telling you no, Crystal. No. And he's like, but I'm saying though, like, hey, can I do it anyway? Yeah. And you end up doing it because you're so gung ho about getting it done. Yeah. Man, I don't want to hold you too long because we've been. I know you gotta go. But I do want to give you an opportunity to tell the people where they can reach you. On social media. Tell them about the hustles you got going, and you got a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? We don't call this man Lenny for no reason. He got a lot going on, but I want to give you an opportunity to let them know where they can reach you. Right on, and this is actually gonna change, so I'm gonna post it up. When it does, I'm not sure how soon it's gonna change, but man, my email, I know not a whole lot of people do email, you know what I'm saying? But my email is DerrickD1J at Gmail. You can find me on Facebook. I think it's just my name on Facebook. I don't think I have no different name on Facebook. Derrick Johnson. Derrick Johnson. That's me on everything. You can find Derrick Johnson everywhere. Yeah. Man, I'm still selling cars. I still do taxes. Right on. I'm slanging rocks right now at Zales. Slanging these diamonds. Slanging rocks. Hold on. Yeah, man. I said that one day in front of my boss. She was like, "Run, don't say that one." No, but I work at Zales, so I'm selling diamonds and gold. Man, I still cook. I'm working on getting another food truck. So my food truck, that's your heart right there. That's what I want to do, man. Yeah. That's what I want to do. That and casino parties. So casino parties. Got the whole shebang. Everything that they got in Vegas, we got. I'm talking about slots, craps, blackjack. All of that, you know what I'm saying? All of that. So, man, and anything you're looking for, just holler at me. If you need something,
so he is the plug's plug.
I try to be. He is the plug's plug, man. I try to be.
But, man, I really appreciate you sitting down and having a conversation with me.
Appreciate you coming through.
Man,
you gotta do it again, man.
Most definitely.
We'll do it in the afternoon when I get off. We can have some drinks and a cigar or something with it.
Man, sit up and just powwow. I'm with the shit. And so you all know I am going to post that, and when I do, I'm going to tag him in it. Right. So you can hit him up on social media for anything that you need from him. Right. And then also I want you to hit him up and let him know what you thought about the conversation. If you want to debate about it, have a conversation with him about it, man, hit him up, slide in the DMs. Right on. And that's what that is. And as always. And one more thing, I got another page coming up real soon. It's gonna be called Mr. All Inclusive. So that's my page. I'm in work with it. Yeah. My boy is a hustler. You understand?
It's what I do.
He's a hustler, man. And I love that about him, man. That's what made us connect, years ago, and what kind of sustained us all these years.
Right on.
But yeah, man. Hit me up for sure. My name is Renaissance Krys. That's RenaissanceKrys. That is on Instagram. So slide in my DMs if you want to talk to me, or if you want to have a guest appearance on the show. Definitely hit me up. And also any topics. Yeah, definitely keep that coming. But it's been real, y'all. And if it ain't a party, let's go ahead and end it like that. Y'all be easy. Never had a problem that I couldn't solve. It must be official if I get involved. Quarter pound of fire burning daily. Harder to remember, getting harder to remember.
I've been through enough to drive me crazy. I don't think my mama's gonna save me. Maybe I'm not flying, but I'm floating. If we're not headed to the top, where we going? 2 miles an hour, can you picture me rolling? Cause life is so much better when you live it slow.